Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Horror Movie Review with Daniel Richardson. And yeah, I got a batshit bonkers crazy ass fucking review for you guys tonight. It's gonna be insane. We're doing The Secret of the Mummy. That's a movie. That's a movie, and trust me, you're gonna be glad that I reviewed this movie. Before we get to the show, though, I want to go ahead and announce this. I didn't announce it for the next two shows because they were pre-taped and just didn't get around to doing it. So usually around this time of year, with the holidays coming up and everything, we kind of go really light here on the TPS YouTube channel. And so, not changing that, I already kind of mentioned we're going to be doing a lower schedule anyways coming up. But we're going to go ahead, and this will be kind of like the season finale, I guess you can say, of a horror movie review. And TPS TV will also, this will be the last weekend of it as well. And of course, the Journey Through the Dark Side, but we already mentioned that last week. Shutter Slaughterhouse will still be going on, so we're still doing that show, so that won't be a big deal. But yeah, right now we're just going to be kind of taking it easy. It's all good. And yeah, now we will be showing, because coming up shortly, within the next couple weeks or so, the release of the Public Domain Dungeon, Volume 2, Nosferatu, with Chris Cage, Modern Day Van Helsing, will be finally being released on DVD. We will be putting a lot of small little bonus features. Because once again, it's a little ridiculous to have bonus features for a short, but I'm an egomaniac and I love doing bonus features, so we'll be having some bonus features on this channel there. So we'll have that kind of throughout the holiday season as well. I plan on coming back to this stuff, and I'm not going to mention it. I'll mention this more, I guess, on the Shutter Slaughterhouse. But yeah, bringing back the horror movie review, Journey Through Dark Side, TPS TV, a little bit later, probably. It'll definitely be next year, probably February, if I'm being honest. So we're going to take a good 2.5 months off on this end right here from this stuff. Now, once again, we got other bonus features coming your way. And I mean, I'll probably drop a video from time to time. I know I do want to do a end of the year award show like we did last year, and do stuff like that. And then of course the Shutter Slaughterhouse. So we'll still be doing that. So that's it. That's the update right there. So let's get into the horror movie review with Daniel Richardson. Let's do this. We got news. We actually do got some cool news. This first one's just fucking bullshit. Phasmophobia? Apparently it's this new surprise hit game. It's on Steam. I don't know much about it. I'm scanning for news bits and there wasn't a whole lot this week. I don't know. I like Among Us. Let's just change subjects altogether. Anyone else ever play Among Us? That's like the greatest fucking game. It's like Scream or The Thing. It's just brilliant. Love me some Among Us. You see me out there. I'm Daniel X. Or I'm sometimes Fillerbot. I have 2 phones, and I cheat. I ain't gonna lie to you. You see Daniel X and Fillerbot, odds are we're cheating. And then Angel plays sometimes, and she's just A. So if you see the 3 of us, we're fucking shit up. So, anyways, so unfortunately due to COVID, A Quiet Place Part 2 has been pushed back. It's coming out next year, 2021. But apparently they've already greenlit a 3rd film. Now, I heard one site say it was part 3, and then one site said it was a spinoff. Either way, we're getting a 3rd Quiet Place movie. So, pretty pumped about that. That's pretty cool. And I'm down for that. I really like Quiet Place. I was disappointed Quiet Place 2 didn't release. But I was actually disappointed in a lot of movies didn't release this year. Like, we had some good movies coming out this year, and we kind of got fucked on all of it. So, yeah, Quiet Place 3, or the spinoff, whatever you want to call it. Speaking of spinoffs or reboots, Saban Films has acquired the rights to Wrong Turn, and we're going to be getting a new Wrong Turn movie. I like the Wrong Turn movies. I feel like it's kind of like the junk food of horror films and horror franchises. Like, I think I own like 1 or 2 of them, but like, I've seen them all. And they're fun watches, but it's like, I couldn't tell you the plots to any of them. I'm just like, crazy hillbillies killing people. That's it. That's the plot. Like, I remember when I was a kid, or even now, someone's like, Friday the 13th, they're all the same. It's like, catch you up in the woods or cabins and they get killed. And they just do it again the next time. And I would, stand up like, no, there's a difference. And I would break down every single fucking Friday the 13th movie. Well, now I'm the old guy who's looking at like Wrong Turn. It's like, they're all the same. They are all the same. It's insane. Like, one of them takes place during the winter time. That's the only difference. Whereas all the fucking same. So yeah, you know what? We need a fresh take on this, and it seems kind of cool. It's like there's gonna be a lot more hillbillies. Like it's gonna be like more like a commune, like an actual like village of home or of mutated hillbillies in the West Virginia mountains, I guess. And so it's gonna be a lot more hillbillies, and I don't know. I'm down to see what it's like. Apparently, there's gonna be a new movie coming out called Video Nasties, uh, produced by Seth Rogen of all people. And the plot of it's gonna be that three guys or three people, I don't know if it's all male or not, but three people get sucked into this slasher movie. It's very Final Girls when I read the plot. So yeah, it reminded me a lot of Final Girls, but it's like it's Seth Rogen. I just love how like he kind of like him and I'll butcher the dude's name, Jay Burchell. I won't say Burchell. Uh, like they kind of if this is the end, they kind of flirted with horror, but like then Jay would go on to do other horror movies esque, and it's like, and then now we got Seth Rogen producing this. It's like I don't know. It seems like all these comedy guys really want to do horror. It's a trend. John Krasinski, Jordan Peele. I mean, everybody's want to get in on the world of horror. And jump in, the water's fine. And finally, we're talking about reboots. We got another series being rebooted. I'm of course talking about Paranormal Activity. Recently, director of Freaky, and which I'll be talking about here in a second, actually, and Happy Death Day. I guess I don't know if he directed any of the previous Paranormal Activity movies, or if he just wrote them. Because honestly, that's another franchise that I like, but it's like they're all the same to me. But anyways, they did an interview with him, and he even mentioned that yes, he's actually written the script, and they got a director in place, and they're going to be rebooting it. Because apparently, Final Dimension was people's last one, and they're like, yeah, because we all know that. We all know in the world of horror when the title says Final, it'll be shit. Final Nightmare, or Freddy's Dead, Final Nightmare, Final Friday, Final Chapter. I mean, come on, it doesn't mean shit. So yeah, they're doing their Paranormal Activity, which I'm down for. I really hope they get rid of the entire found footage conceit with this. I really do. I feel like you box yourself in, and you're kind of. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's bad. These are, if I had to rank my favorite found footage movies, I'm sure it's cracked top 10, a couple of them maybe. But still, yeah, it's just like I don't know. I just feel like you're just gonna box yourself in. There's only so many ways you can uniquely do the found footage, and I gotta say, a lot of the Paranormal Activities got kind of dumb. Not the story itself, but just the reason why they had a camera taping everything. Like it was like, come on. You would not be bringing your laptop with the camera into the kitchen to make a sandwich. Fuck you. You would leave the laptop in the other room, go make your sandwich, and come back. Whatever. Anyway, so that's that. Now I was gonna kickstart our new game with the horror. What we settle on? The horror gauntlet, where we just bust out two villains and have them battle to the death. We may actually change from villains to just horror characters in general. That may be kind of interesting. Doesn't have to be villains every time. And just each week we will have, or each episode we'll have, two people fight. Whoever wins, we'll move on to the next one. We'll just keep doing the showdown, and we'll just keep running through them. Because goddamn, there's infinite horror villains out there. So, and we're only gonna be doing like a show once a month after we come back from the break. So it's like we got plenty. So, but I was gonna start here, but I'm like, you know what, we'll postpone it. So anybody who's waiting for this, I apologize. But we'll be doing it next time. So keep waiting. The next thing I want to talk about though is some upcoming horror movies. We got movies. I say plural like there's more than one. This weekend, a movie called Freaky is opening up, and it's about a serial killer and this young teenage girl end up swapping bodies. Very much like the Hot Chick or Freaky Friday. And and of course the girl's, she's freaking out. Of course she's now in the Vince Vaughn's body. It's Vince Vaughn playing the serial killer, and she wants to switch back, but she has like 24 hours to do it. Is she gonna be able to do it? I tune in and find out. I'm actually pumped for this movie. Now this is like literally just fluff. Like it is just kind of like dumb fluff, but it's like it looks fun. It looks like a fun fluff movie. I really like Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn's one of those guys, like even his comedies that kind of bomb. Like I'm not talking about rom-com. I don't watch any of his rom-coms. I never saw Couples Retreat or The Breakup or anything like that. But like Unfinished Business or The Internship, like these movies just didn't do well at the box office. And I find him funny and I find him pleasant to watch. Like I like Vince Vaughn in comedies, and he kind of took a different turn recently. I'm blanking on the guy's name, Craig Zaire, something like that. He did Bone Tomahawk, which not Vince Vaughn, but this Craig guy, but he would go and direct Brawl and Cell Block 99 and Drag Across Concrete. And we saw kind of a grittier side to Vince Vaughn. And so the fact he's doing this is just like, holy shit, like now he's going to be a serial killer slash teenage girl because it's going to be a body swap movie. I just feel like this is going to be fun stuff. And it's from the director of Happy Death Day, which I wasn't a big fan of the first Happy Death Day. I did like the sequel. Happy Death Day 2 I think is much better than the first one. So you know, I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good stuff. If you guys watch it at any time between now and because I don't know when I'll be able to watch it, but if you guys watch it, no spoilers, but drop me a little comment. Let me know what you guys thought of it. You know, hit me up on social media because I really do want to see this movie. I think it looks really fun. Yeah, I'm there. So and it's from Blumhouse. Like Blumhouse is sometimes to crank these bastards out. I love it. One thing I really love about Blumhouse is like there's no end in sight with these guys. And even if they crank out like 2 or 3 shit ones in a row, you just know there's gonna be some good stuff around the corner because like their output's so insane. So, but you want to talk about insane? Let's get to the main event. Let's get to the movie that I'm reviewing tonight, The Secret of the Mummy. Oh my! I don't even know where to begin with this thing. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, so it's 1982 film, and it's a Brazilian film. I don't know much about Brazilian cinema at all. Was City of God? I saw that, and I really liked it. But that's all I know, and it's just like you should. I guess I should be aware. I should have been aware that not every movie's gonna be City of God coming out of Brazil. But it's just like I'm sure it's a classic as well. It's a classic horror. No, it's not. Or it is, but for the wrong reasons. So the plot basically is this guy is about to die, and he's got this map to Egypt, or not to Egypt. I guess we know where Egypt's at, but he has a map of Egypt, and there's a hidden treasure there, and he breaks it up in like 6 or 8 pieces, like here. He spreads them out. He's like, I hope you guys will come together. Well, one guy decides to just kill every single person, like kill all of them. He takes them out, and I just thought like that was a weird way to do it. Cause I'm like, well, if you had the map that had like the actual treasure, and you're just like, wait a minute, this tree, I know this tree, I won already. Like I don't know, I just feel like that would not work too well if you did like a map and then ripped up different pieces. Like you gotta have all pieces of the map. It's like, well, do you know? Like if you just recognize something off the bat, you're like, oh yeah. That's it. Like the only way you really get a map is like if it's like a cave or something like that. And maybe I don't know. Maybe it was a map of inside the pyramid. I don't know. And if that's the case, then fine. I'm an asshole for bringing it up. But I just feel like I don't know. Anyways, beyond that, and so anyway, so when this guy kills all of them, he's a professor, and this guy was kind of laughed out of the science community when he was trying to like prove that this elixir of life existed. And so anyways, he goes to Egypt and he discovers a mummy, brings it back, and he's kind of back in the good graces of science. However, when he brings the mummy back to life, and the mummy itself is a psychotic motherfucker. This dude brutally attacked women because he's been in pursuit of this woman or this belly dancer that he was in love with. I think her name's like Naja or something like that. And anyways, that's he was in love, so he's searching for his long lost love, I guess. But by doing so, he's just killing women left and right because they're not her. He wants her, and so he's brought to a modern day Brazil. Yeah. So this movie, first thing I need to mention is it's 1982. But this movie looks like it came out like the 50s or 60s. Like I don't know if it's just they didn't have new cameras or what was they were like maybe. They're like, we're going to get into the movie game too. We're going to have our own film industry down here in Brazil. And they're like, we need cameras. And Hollywood's like, well, here, you can have all these cameras be upgraded to something good. So here, you can have our old cameras. It looks like that. The other thing is, like, the movie just inexplicably kind of cuts between black and white and color. But, like, it doesn't seem like it's, like, for, like, any kind of artistic purpose. It just happens randomly. It's the weirdest thing. And at first I thought like maybe just my cut or the version I saw. I read other people's reviews and they're all kind of saying the same thing. They're like, no, it's just how the movie was. And it's like, son of a bitch. It's so weird. Man. So I guess one thing I need to mention is I love the professor. This movie's so bizarre. It's like an acid trip. Like it's just so fucking out there. This professor is married to this, like, I'm not gonna lie, there's lots of beautiful women in this movie. Tons. And I'm sorry to be crass. I know it's 2020 and everybody's like, you gotta be PC, but like tons of titties. Tons and tons of fucking titties. It's great. Except for the main girl, she doesn't bear at all. Like she has sex scenes, like a lot of sex scenes, and her back's always to the camera. All like she said, like I won't do that. And like fine, we'll get 30 other women that will, because I mean my God, just a ton of flesh in this movie. Anyways, borderline softcore at time too, which I'll get to that in a second too. Like I couldn't find this movie anywhere else. I wasn't gonna pay full price, so I found it on a site. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the website xvideos.com or not. It may or may not be a pornographic website. Who's to say? But I've had to find a couple hard to find movies, and like I said, this is not. I don't consider. I mean, the scenes are kind of softcore, but it's not really a softcore movie at all. Like I don't know why it's on X videos, but it's like the only website I can find it on. So I was like, fuck it, I'll watch it. And it was just like, yeah, I mean, there's tons of tits, but it's just like, it doesn't feel like it belongs on the pornographic. Like it's not even like Cinemax softcore. It's just like, no, it's a regular movie. It's fucking weird. It's not. I shouldn't say regular, I guess, because it's far from regular. But you know, it's a film. It's not erotica or anything like that. But anyways, this movie seems like they literally took elements. Like it's all like someone in Brazil like knew about the Universal monsters, and they just took elements of it. Like there's a lagoon. They're like, here's a black lagoon. Oh, we don't need the creature. We'll just use the lagoon, setting. Of course, there's a mummy. They read Dr. Frankenstein's diary to figure out how to, bring something back to life. But they don't read like Victor or Henry Frankenstein. No, it's Arthur Frankenstein. Those been Frankenstein's like, half brother or something like that. Anyways, and then there's even an Igor in this movie as well. This dude, honestly, like a lot of the acting is just kind of brutal. Like, I mean, I don't speak Portuguese at all. But it's like, you can even tell, like, bad acting even in other languages. But, like, the one that do the best is the doctor, the professor, and Igor. Like, they call them the greatest performances, period, in this movie. It's so bizarre. Like, there's just, like, one scene. Like, that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to hit some scenes with you, and then I'm just going to get out. Because, I mean, I do think you guys should check this out. If you're uncomfortable going to X videos, I understand. You can try to find somewhere else. You may be able to find it online. I don't know. You may be able to buy it. I think it was on the director is a pretty prolific director, I guess. And something weird video, I think, did a triple feature with his first 3 films, which were all bizarre horror films. Like I plan on watching, by the way, because like I love this movie. It was weird and it's bad. It's a bad film, but it's like it's so good it's bad, or so bad it's good. That it's just like I loved it. It was just I don't know. I feel like this is the perfect movie for like bad movie night. Only thing is, I guess with a bad movie night though, it has to have subtitles, so that was what typically do well at bad movie night. But I don't know. I had a ball watching this movie. But anyways, it's almost like they all. Yeah, where was I at? Shit, I'm sorry, I'm rambling here. Yes, specific scene. So like at one point, Igor just kind of burst out and starts singing like this operatic type song. And it's like sometimes they break the fourth wall, sometimes they don't. Like I don't know. At one point, like he's just expositing into the camera. And he's like, I'm very loyal to Master, and I will, I owe my life to him because he gave me this, immortality, which he doesn't have immortality. Sorry, spoiler alert. Like he gets wiped out at the end, so it's like, I guess that elixir of life didn't really do you all that well, did it? Yeah, there's a scene where like there's a reporter who, as we're watching a movie, and he keeps cutting back to like flashbacks of the old Egyptian times and this doctor here. There's a reporter who's just like snaking around, like he's sneaking around. You don't know he's a reporter at first, like you don't find out until later, but he's just like. So it's just a scene of like him prowling on the premise, right? It's like nighttime, and he's just walking around, and then it cuts to a couple more scenes, and then it comes back to him, and you're like, okay, what's with this guy? And it cuts again, and it comes back, but now it's like daytime, and he's still like stuck on the property, I guess, because he goes to the gate. He's trying to climb the gate, and the horny housekeeper, which my God, she's gorgeous, but my God, she's down the fuck for sure. It has a pretty explicit softcore scene with Igor in this movie, actually. But anyways, she catches him trying to escape, and so she's just like, "What are you doing?" And he's just like, "Oh, I came here for an interview, but I want to leave now." And she's like, "All right, but don't let him catch you because he hates reporters." And then she opens the door for him, and he exits. But it's just like, so you snuck on the property, decided to sneak out, and then got trapped? Like, I don't know. It's so fucking... And there's a lot of scenes like that. This random scenes that just, like, make no sense whatsoever. It's so great. It does have a little bit of gore that's really bad, which makes it even better. There's a decapitation that's just funny as hell. I love it. And then we get a scene where someone's cradling the head and like talking to it. I don't know. It's brilliant. Yeah, I don't. Check it out. It's madcap. It's fucking bizarre. I didn't know what a psychotronic film is. Apparently, this is a psychotronic film. You know what a psychotronic film is? Check it out. I guess psychotronic is the purest definition of psychotronic is like some kind of like almost ultra low budget, like from the underground possibly, low budget movie that just has a lot of wackiness thrown in at it. I mean, it's very scattered out there. Best way I can describe it is, well, I guess what psychotronic means, but I never knew what that meant. I never seen a psychotronic film until now, and yeah, this is really good stuff. I do plan on trying to check out this director's other stuff. I'm just curious, like, are the other movies as good, or is it just going to be a big? I don't know. It's good stuff. Check it out. If you watch it, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. There's no way anybody's seen it out there. There's no way anybody's seen The Secret of the Mummy. But if you've seen The Secret of the Mummy, or if you do watch it in the future, because this is YouTube, you're not watching this live. This could be 5-6 years from now. You watch it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Try to find it. It's on xvideos.com. And I'm sure you may be able to find DVD. I just wasn't going to pay money for this. Although, I'm not going to lie, it may be worth a buy now. Like, this could be a buy because it's just so much fun. But anyways, all I got. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Till next time.